My name is CurranBhatia. I'm looking to interview disruptors in our world, people who look to revolutionize an industry. Today I'm speaking to Adrian Clark from Dallas, Texas. Adrian is looking to disrupt an industry that has been around since 1904, boxing. Specifically, by giving fighters a voice that they have not had before. You're entering the boxing manager space as a disruptor. What are you doing to disrupt this industry?
Boxing's been around for what, century plus 10, and it's been the same cycle over and over again, and the fighters get taken advantage of a lot. And at 32 years old, I'm probably the first one to not just step up and say something, but to step up and actually do something to help educate and inform the fighters to not get taken advantage of by the business of boxing.
It's an ambitious and selfless plan, and Clark believes his proprietary legal paperwork will help pave the way. What is the boxer manager contract?
The boxer manager agreement puts the fighter in the driver's seat to where if a manager comes forward and they want to represent them, the fighter agrees, but he pulls out his contract and lets the manager know, I'm contracting your services to be my representative, my spokesperson, and if I'm not happy with your services, I can get out of this contract. We can agree to part ways.
The average that a boxing manager takes is between 20 and 25% from his fighter.
Okay.
How does that compare to other sports? NBA, NFL, aren't those closer in the 4% range?
Yeah, in NBA, the max is 4%. Same thing with football, max 4%. I think baseball is 3%, hockey is 4%. All the major sports are regulated, but they're regulated by a union. But in boxing, where there's no union, there's no players association to look out for the fighters, you can do what you want to do. They call it the Wild Wild West for reasons.
While helping fighters out at the negotiating table will be paramount, Clark's ambitions go even further into the sport's other areas of need. I've been in the boxing game for a long time. It's always been a fragmented sport, but it's even more so now. You have PBC with Fox, you have Matchroom, Golden Boy on the Zone, you have Top Rank on ESPN. It's probably the most fractured it's ever been. What if fighters take your model and they go to these promoters and say, hey, these are the things I want, and they say, hey, we have our stable, we're good. What do you say then?
My whole focal point is to not create problems with a Bob Arum or Al Haven or Kathy Duva or Eric Gomez at Golden Boy. I don't want problems with these people. What I want is for those individuals, as for others, to allow the fighters to have a voice and help educate them and help that transitional process from amateur to professional, and even a yearly reminder as professionals on how the business is, what they should and shouldn't do. That should be something that everyone should want in the sport of boxing. It subsides different problems that we've been having for decades.
So matchups are great. We all want to see Errol Spence fight Terrence Crawford.
Right.
We could go on and on about, we want to see Anthony Joshua fight Deontay Wilder. There's countless examples.
Right.
What about boxers' safety, especially after their career? How do we tackle that problem?
The sport being associated, we're digging into CTE and making sure the brain is okay. We need to make sure that the mindset is okay, the physical being is okay, so that once their career is over with and they're not entertaining anymore, that they can still go back into society and be law-abiding citizens that are healthy mentally and physically.
You don't play boxing. You can play other sports, but if you mismanage a fighter's career, you could put him in serious injury and actually affect his health and his family.
Exactly.
It's a journey many have attempted and some have failed. But for Clark, his drive may lead him to the finish line. Where do you get your hustle and your drive?
From my parents. From my parents, and I made a promise to my brother. Man, my brother died in 2006, and I made a promise to him at his funeral that I was gonna make it, that people were gonna remember our names, and that I was gonna take care of my mom and dad. And I don't like to break my promises.
In a sport full of leeches and greed, you're helping athletes be the best version of themselves at the negotiating table. Would you call yourself the Robin Hood of boxing?
No, I definitely would call myself Robin Hood, man. I'm Adrian Clark. Adrian Clark from Dallas, Texas, Pleasant Grove to be exact. Inner city kid that fell in love with boxing And I love helping out people, man. At the end of the day, professional athletes are people. So therefore, I'm going to make sure that I do what I need to do to help those guys out. But no Robin Hood, man. Just Adrian Clark.
Adrian, thanks for the time and thank you for what you're doing for the sport.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.